After studying this module, you shall be able to know what is meant by even CB elimination reactions, that is elimination unimolecular conjugate base reactions, and you shall be able to understand the mechanism with the help of some examples. You shall also be able to predict the regio and stereochemical outcomes of this even CB elimination, and you shall be able to differentiate between the even CB and the even or the E2 mechanisms, which you have already studied. Before studying about the even CB mechanism, you are already aware about the even and E2 reactions. Let us revise them before studying the even CB in detail. The even mechanism, as you are already aware, it is the first order mechanism in elimination and is dependent solely on the concentration of the substrate. And you have studied that the rate of reaction is given by this equation, where K is the rate constant and R is the substrate. For elimination to occur by the even mechanism, the reaction first undergoes unimolecular ionization and forms a carbocation intermediate without the involvement of any base. This step is slow and rate determining and is analogous to the rate determining step in the SN1 mechanism, where the substitution happens, the nucleophilic unimolecular substitution. The leaving group in this step and the elimination is then completed by the rapid removal of a beta proton, and that you can see is this second step, and after these two steps you get the overall elimination, and resulting you can see there is a double bond which is getting formed. And recalling an example of the even mechanism, if you recall, the tertiary butyl bromide undergoes even elimination to form 2-methyl prop 1-ene in basic medium via the formation of tertiary butyl cation, and the rate of elimination is found to be proportional to its formation. So, you can see here the first step is the slow step, where the bromide ion is getting removed, we have the formation of this tertiary butyl carbocation, and the next step is fast, where this tertiary butyl carbocation undergoes deprotonation, and it is in this step the base, the OH minus you can see here, is taking out the proton and giving the eliminated product, that is isobutene. Similarly, tertiary butanol also you had seen undergoes acid catalyzed dehydration following the even mechanism. So, it is not that it is only the base catalyzed mechanism, it can be acid catalyzed mechanism. So, here also you can see that first the tertiary butanol alcohol undergoes protonation, and in the first step it undergoes dehydration to form the tertiary butyl carbocation, and in the second step, which is very fast, the HSO4 minus, the remaining part of sulfuric acid, acts as the base and takes out this proton and gives the resulting alkene as the eliminated product. So, clearly the even is a two-step mechanism and follows the first order kinetics. On the other hand, the E2 mechanism, that is the E2 elimination mechanism, as the name suggests, has a bimolecular rate determining step, and in contrast to even, this is a single step mechanism. So, here the rate of reaction is a second order and is dependent upon the substrate as well as the base. It is similar to SN2 in terms of kinetics. You can clearly see here the rate is given by this equation, and here K is the rate constant, R is the concentration of the reactant, and B is the concentration of the base. So, you can see the rate is dependent on both the concentration of the reactant, that is substrate, as well as the reagent, which is base here. The example of E2 elimination we are already familiar. Let us look it again here, the alkyl halide. So, in case of alkyl halide, the reaction which occurs in a single step in which both the groups, the proton and the leaving group are eliminated simultaneously. The base abstracts a proton from the beta carbon and the leaving group departs at the same time from the alpha carbon. So, it is not happening in two steps, unlike the E1 where the carbocation was formed first and then the elimination of proton was happening. Here both, that is the removal of proton as well as the removal of halide ion happening simultaneously. So, the CX and the beta CH bonds are, you can see, are coplanar in the transition state which is formed in between, and the two leaving groups, they are in trans relationship for undergoing the E2 elimination, and subsequently the CC double bond formation takes place. So, what you have compared is between the E2 and E1 is, first of all, E2 is a second order, it is a simultaneously and a single step mechanism. On the other hand, E1, it is a two step mechanism where first the formation of carbocation takes place and then the elimination of the proton takes place to give you the alkene. Now, keeping this background in mind, this is very important because E2 and E1 should be very clear with you, then and only then it will be helpful understanding the E1CB elimination. So, in this module we shall be studying about the E1CB reactions, that is, if we look at in detail what does the E1CB stands for. E1CB stands for, E stands for elimination, 1 for unimolecular, then C for conjugate and B for base. So, it stands for elimination unimolecular from conjugate base, and this, let us see what we mean by this, how the mechanism takes place. Now, to begin with, the E1CB mechanism is very similar to E1 mechanism, and this also, like the E1, involves two steps, but here the order is reversed. Thus, an E1CB elimination reaction in general proceeds by a fast removal of a proton from the beta carbon, resulting in the formation of a carbanion intermediate, which then loses the leaving group in the second slower step, as you can see here. So, in the E1CB mechanism, the CH bond is broken first by deprotonation with the help of a base, and the conjugate base of the substrate is produced. Subsequently, the CH bond breaks. Hence, the overall rate of the reaction depends upon the concentration of the conjugate base of the substrate, that is the carbanion intermediate, which is accountable for the designation of this mechanism. You can notice the name E1CB involves the CB, which is conjugate base. The reaction hence is termed unimolecular because the rate determining step involves only a single molecular entity, which is the conjugate base here. Now, let us consider an example. For example, various substrates which can form stable enolates can undergo E1CB elimination under the basic conditions, and you can see one example here. In this case, as the OH minus ion abstracts the acidic hydrogen, and notice that this acidic hydrogen is lying in between this carbonyl and the carbon joined to OH. So, the minus I effect of both the carbonyl and the OH group are making this particular hydrogen acidic. So, as the OH minus abstracts this acidic hydrogen, it is followed by rearrangement in which oxygen bears the negative charge, that is, you get the oxygen anion. On further rearrangement, balancing the negative charge on oxygen leads to the removal of the OH minus group, and that is how you get a double bond, that is the alkene as a eliminated product. And notice that this double bond formed is in conjugation with the carbonyl, and it is because of this conjugation it is stable, and this is the major product. And another factor you have seen earlier, so this hydrogen which was eliminated is on the left side of this OH and not on the right side, that is the hydrogen which is in between the carbonyl and OH is more acidic. So that and this OH are the ones which are overall eliminated. And this is one case we have seen for the even Cb reaction mechanism. Let us see what are the requirements for the even Cb mechanistic pathway. For elimination reaction to proceed via the even Cb mechanistic pathway, there are two main requirements. First is that the compound must have an acidic hydrogen on the beta carbon, and the second requirement is there should be a relatively poor leaving group on the alpha carbon. Furthermore, in addition to these two, the stronger base provides even Cb mechanism in addition to these two conditions. Let us now understand the mechanism of even Cb in detail. As you can see here, the first step of even Cb elimination involves the deprotonation of the beta carbon, which results in the formation of an anionic transition state such as carbanion, as you can see here. So, for the elimination to proceed via an even Cb pathway, the stability of this transition state matters a lot. The transition state can be stabilized via delocalization of the electron pair through resonance or via inductive effect, and sometimes even both. So, the more stabler this carbanion, the better it will be proceeding via this route. So, the substituents that can stabilize the carbanion intermediate are very important. This mechanism is not observed with simple alkyl halides or sulfonates. The even Cb mechanism is only observed when there is at least one good electron withdrawing group adjacent to the CH bond which has to be cleaved. The effect of an electron withdrawing group is to increase the Bronsted acidity of the adjacent CH bonds, or in other words we can say the effect of the electron withdrawing group is to stabilize the conjugate bases. Hence, it is more likely to be involved when the leaving group is at beta position to the carbonyl. For example, you can have a carbonyl as the electron withdrawing group, or the nitro, or the cyano, or the sulfonyl, or other carbanion stabilizing groups can be there. Even Cb reactions generally require both the carbanion stabilization as well as a relatively poor leaving group for coming into action. Proceeding further with the even Cb elimination, let us consider an example, as you can see here, where the carbanion intermediate is stabilized by both the inductive as well as delocalization effects. In this mechanism, the triethylamine abstracts the acidic hydrogen. The carbanion thus formed rearranges, in which a negative charge delocalizes on nitrogen, which is more electronegative than carbon. This intermediate further rearranges to gain stability by the help of inductive effect. And you can see that the next step is the slow step, where overall you are getting the eliminated product. The even Cb mechanism is not limited to carbon based elimination. It has been observed with other heteroatoms such as nitrogen, as you can see in this particular example. So what you can see here is, in the first step, the OH minus is taking the hydrogen of this nitrogen and leading to the formation of negative charge over nitrogen, which you can see is in conjugation with the carbonyl. So this further undergoes elimination of this NCO group, and the resulting phenoxide ion further takes the proton from the medium, which is water, regenerating the OH minus, and as a result you get this overall eliminated product. So you can see here there is no double bond which is getting formed, but there is an elimination of a NCO which is happening, and this is another case where you have seen the even Cb elimination. Now, after studying about the even Cb mechanism, let us now talk about the regioselectivity in the even Cb reaction or elimination. The regioselectivity is easier to predict, as the location of the double bond will depend upon the position of two things. First is the acidic proton, and second is the leaving group. So once you are clear about these two, the regioselectivity can be easily determined. Further, the acidity of the beta proton depends upon the resonance effects of the adjacent substituents. As we have seen, the electron withdrawing group will be further enhancing the acidity. So, that is again important, and on the degree of steric hindrance to approach of base of the proton. The preferential proton abstraction, it happens from the less substituted carbon and leads to the formation of less substituted alkene, that is we have the Hofmann product which is formed. This can also be attributed to the fact that carbanion stability is of the order, because in this mechanism of even Cb you are forming the carbanions, and the carbanion stability is of the order where you have primary is more stable, then the secondary, then the tertiary. Similarly, the substituents that stabilize the carbanion intermediate, they also control the regiochemistry of the even Cb elimination by favoring deprotonation at the most acidic carbon, which leads to a more stable carbanion transition state. And one more thing I will like to add here is the Hofmann product is opposite of the Sagejeff product. In Sagejeff product, if you recall, there is a more substituted alkene which is the major product, and that is formed via the route of the carbocation, which have the reverse stability order, that is tertiary followed by secondary followed by primary. Unlike that, in this particular case, that is even Cb, it is the Hofmann product that it is the less substituted alkene which is the preferential product which is formed. Now, after talking about regioselectivity, let us discuss about the stereoselectivity, that it in terms of stereochemistry, how the double bond are getting oriented in the 3D space. Now, as with even mechanism, just very similar to the even mechanism, the even Cb reactions also occur stepwise. We have seen in both of them there are two steps. They lose all their stereochemistry during the formation of the carbanion intermediate. However, considering the geometrical isomerism, the even Cb reactions may be stereoselective in the formation of E-alkene, which is again less hindered. So, here the steric hindrance is quite important. It will be the less hindered, the E-alkene, that is the trans-alkene, which will be formed as the major. And you can see here in this particular example shown that the double bond which is formed via the even Cb reaction, when this molecule is being treated with KOH, the two double bonds are having the E geometry. That is, you can clearly see here the phenyl and this bigger group, they are anti, and similarly the double bond on the other side also, the phenyl substituent and this bigger substituents are anti. So, you can see the steric hindrance, had these two bulky groups been on the same side in the just stereochemistry, it would have been less stable. So, here again the steric hindrance is taking its root, and the E stereochemistry, the E alkene will be the preferred product. Now, as we know about the even E2 and even Cb elimination, let us compare all the three. Even Cb eliminations are different than both the even and E2 eliminations in the timing of the deprotonation. That is very important. That is the deprotonation which is happening at the alpha carbon and the loss of the leaving group. In case of E2 elimination, E2 is a concerted, that is a single step simultaneous process which involves simultaneous deprotonation and the formation of double bond and the loss of leaving group. So, all of these are happening simultaneously. In contrast to the E2, both even and even Cb, they occur in stepwise manner, that is both of them have two steps. Now, if we compare the even and even Cb, what is the difference? Let us see. In case of even reaction, the leaving group is lost first to generate a carbocation, and then this carbocation is followed by a subsequent deprotonation to yield the product. The order is reversed in case of even Cb elimination. In case of even Cb elimination, the intermediate carbanion is resulting due to deprotonation, first step, and then this is subsequently converted to the alkene by the loss of the leaving group, and this you can see is shown in this particular case. Let us also now look at the reaction coordinates for the three type of elimination mechanisms in a comparative manner, and you can see here that the curves are very similar for the E1 Cb and E1, as both of them are two step mechanisms. And notice that when you are looking at E1 and E1 Cb reaction coordinates, you can see these two humps, and these two are indicating the formation of the intermediates. In contrast, the E2, which is a concerted mechanism, there is only a continuous graph you can see, and this middle position is representing the position for the transition state. In case of another difference you should notice is, in case of E1 Cb, a carbanion is formed, and on the other hand in case of E1, a carbocation is formed as intermediates, and they are being represented as shown in these reaction coordinate diagrams. With regards to the various types of elimination mechanisms depicted till now, it is not possible to specify a particular type of mechanism for each and every elimination reaction. Several elimination reactions, they occur via mechanisms that are difficult to restrict to the listed mechanism types, that is we have three types discussed here, the E2, the E1 and the E1 Cb, but are actually intermediary between them. This is described as the variable transition state theory, and according to this variable transition state theory, it says that elimination reactions may not proceed via pure E1 or E2 or E1 Cb mechanisms, but rather by intermediate mechanisms or transition states, such as it can be E1 like, or it can be E1 Cb like, it can be E2 like, etc., depending upon the relative ease of breaking of the CH or the CX bonds and the concurrent stabilization of the resulting transition states. Now, continuing further with this variable transition state theory, we have just now understood that it can be an intermediary situation, and that will be depending upon the relative ease, whether the breaking of CH or the breaking of CX bond is faster. Now, if you look at the relative ease of breaking of the CH and CX bonds and the concurrent stabilization of the resulting transition states, you can see here it is shown that as the CH bond breaking is proceeding in this direction, the CX bond breaking is actually in the opposite direction. So, you can see in the two extremes, if you have a molecule like this where the CH bond is most easy to be broken, then the E1 Cb is the preferred route, and in contrast, if you have the CX bond which is most likely to be cleaved better, faster as compared to CH, then it is the E1 mechanism which will be proceeding, and in between lies the middle position where the CH and CX bond are equally likely to be broken. You can see that is where the position of the E2, that is simultaneous thing, is coming. So, now you can see from E1 Cb to E1 there is a transition happening, and any molecule which can behave in the way where CH bond is easier to be broken, then it will be more towards the E1 Cb. On the other hand, if it is the CX bond which is easiest to be broken, it will be more towards E1, and if both of these are equally likely to be broken, then both will be getting removed simultaneously, and that is what is happening in the E2 mechanism. So, this comparative diagram where it is showing different type of molecules, the halides in general, is giving you a clear idea how it can be in between situations, that is the E1 CB like when it is in between the E2 and E1 CB positions, or it can be even like when it is in between the E2 and E1 situation. And this is what actually is meant by the variable transition state theory. Let me repeat again what variable transition state theory states. It says that the elimination reactions may not proceed via pure E1 or E2 or even CB, but rather as the intermediate mechanism or transition state, that is it can be either E1 like or it can be E1 CB like. After studying the E1 CB, its regiochemistry, the stereochemistry and the variable transition state theory, let us discuss the factors that affect the course of the reaction to follow one or another pathway. And these factors are, first of all, is the nature of the leaving group. Second is the electronic and steric effect of the substituents in the substrate. Third is the nature of the base, and fourth are the solvent effects. So, these are the four factors which will be affecting the course of the reaction. If you look at the main difference between the three elimination reactions, the E1, E2 and E1 CB in tabular form, let us see what are the main difference. Very crisply we will put them. So, for the first point, what you can see in the E1 case is there is no effect of the base, and sometimes it requires strongly acidic medium also. So, in contrast to E1 CB where base is very important, without base it will not be happening, E1 can happen in basic as well as acidic medium. But when you look at the rate, in rate there is no effect of this base even if you are using the basic medium. In case of E1, you require a good leaving group to be present, because the good leaving group will be leaving first, and then you have the formation of the intermediate carbocation and the first step, and subsequently there will be second step of elimination. And the acidity of the alpha hydrogen should be less. Now, why the acidity should be less? Because if it is more, it may lead to E1 CB where the first step is happening as the removal of the acidic hydrogen. So, in contrast to E1 CB, E1 requires less acidic alpha hydrogen. If you look for one more important parameter in E1, the carbocation intermediates are involved. In the contrast, E1 CB has carbon ions intermediates. Now, after looking at these points of E1, let us look the important points in E2. In case of E2, a stronger bulky and concentrated base, that is there should be stronger bulky groups and concentrated base. So, now you can see that both of the H and X, the CH and CX bond are equally likely to be removed, and that is the position where the E2 will be happening. Another point you see is the leaving group must be trans to the hydrogen involved, because there will be simultaneous removal of both of these. So, their position should be anti to each other. The third point is that the alpha carbon should be acidic, and that will be helping in E2, unlike the E1 which required less acidic alpha carbon. And if we look at the most prominent point of E2, it is a single step concerted process, unlike the E1 CB as well as E1 where you are having two steps. Now coming to the even CV, where this module is entirely focusing on, it requires the strongly basic media. The second thing is it should be a poor leaving group, because the even CV will happen if the proton leaves first and the leaving group will be intact. And another point which is there should be more acidic alpha carbon, only then it will be helping the proton to be more acidic and the proton will be eliminated first. And another most important point to be always kept in mind is the even CV mechanism involves the carbanion intermediate, and let me repeat again, the even had the carbocation intermediate. So, even CV has a carbanion intermediate. Now, we have studied the variable transition state theory and we have talked about the intermediary character. So, let us see what we mean by this even CV like transition state, which you can see is shown here. A highly developed bond is present between the proton and the base. The poor leaving group remains tightly bound to the carbon and hence there is relatively lesser development of the carbon-carbon double bond. Thus, the CH bond breaking is faster than that of the CX bond, imparting the reaction an even CV like character. Similarly, if we look at the even like transition state, it is characterized by a well advanced cleavage of the CX bond and a largely intact CH bond. Further, it is envisaged that E2 eliminations proceeding through an even CV like transition state will show regioselectivity similar to even CV reaction, and those which are proceeding via the even like transition state will have the regiochemistry of the even eliminations. So, in even CV like E2 eliminations, less substituted alkene usually dominates, while even like transition state for E2 reactions leads to the formation of the more highly substituted alkenes. So, you will see in case of even CV, they will be similar to E2, less substituted, that is the Hofmann product will be formed, and on the other hand when you have the even like transition state for E2 eliminations, that will lead to the formation of more highly substituted alkenes, that is the SAGE-F elimination will be preferred. In some cases, the steric and conformational constraints of the substrate also play an important role. For example, as you can see here, the cis and trans isomer of 1-fluoro-2-bromocyclohexane follow different pathways. The trans isomer has an anti-beta hydrogen accessible, as is mentioned here, for the E2 elimination, and the reaction proceeds with tertiary butoxide via the E2 elimination, and you can see the corresponding double bond, the eliminated product is formed at this particular position. However, the cis isomer must use a syn hydrogen because it requires the anti-eliminant. This particular hydrogen is not anti to the Br, they are on the same side. So, it will be the loss of HF and it needs amide as the stronger base. So, you can see the NH2 minus we require as a stronger base, and this elimination of HF will be happening to give you this particular double bond here. So, very same structure, but only the change in stereochemistry, one is the trans molecule, other is the cis. So, in the first case you can see there is a elimination of overall HBr which are anti to each other with a mild base like tertiary butoxide. On the other hand, cis, the H and Br, because they are on syn side, they cannot be removed, rather there is a removal of H and F, and that too with the help of a stronger base which is NH2 minus. So, in this module we have discussed all parameters which are associated with even CV elimination, that is elimination unimolecular from conjugate base. That is where the name has been taken. And if we try to summarize, what we have learned is the even CB involves two steps. First is the removal of a proton from the beta carbon and resulting in the formation of a carbanion intermediate. Notice it is carbanion and not carbocation. Second is the loss of leaving group from the carbanion intermediate leading to the formation of alkene as the product. The compound must have an acidic hydrogen on its beta carbon and a relatively poor leaving group on the alpha carbon of the even CB elimination to occur. The even CB mechanism is only observed when there is at least one good electron withdrawing group adjacent to the CH bond to be cleaved. And in all the examples we have discussed, you have clearly seen that there is a adjacent either a carbonyl or any other group having minus I effect like halogens, which are imparting the acidity to these hydrogens. The effect of an electron withdrawing group is to increase the Bronsted acidity of the adjacent CH bonds, and you can say in other words is to stabilize the conjugate bases. Notice that the even CB consists of conjugate base as the integral part in its name. So, this you should not forget that the conjugate base is getting formed here. Generally, the less substituted alkene product is favored with even CB mechanism. Also, we studied that less hindered E geometry is the preferred alkene product if we talk about the stereochemistry. Otherwise, the D and L stereochemistry, they do not matter because you are getting a double bond. So, in terms of geometrical isomerism, it will be the less hindered E geometry which will be the preferred route. The difference between the even E2 and even CB elimination also we have studied in detail, and we can sum up that is that in the order of breaking of CH and CX bonds in the substrate, the difference lies. It is difficult to limit all elimination reactions to even or E2 or even CB mechanisms clear cut. We cannot say it is only even or only E2. Rather, the variable transition state theory has suggested that the transition states of the reaction may show even like or even CB like characteristics in between, that of the pure even or E2 or the even CB pathways, depending upon the relative ease of breaking of the CH or the CX bonds, and that we have again studied in detail that how whether the CH bond should be preferred to be removed or the CX bond to be cleaved, which direction it will be taking. Furthermore, we discussed the regio and stereochemical outcome of the E2 eliminations. Proceeding through an even CB like transition state will be similar to even CB reactions, and that of E2 elimination proceeding through even like transition state will be similar to that of the even elimination. So, in this module, dear students, we have studied all these aspects of even CB eliminations.